That was weird. All right, we're back. My fault about that. It booted me out of StreamYard for a second. StreamYard is being really weird to me today. But let's get into the slate. First game here is the Detroit Pistons and the Atlanta Hawks here. Atlanta's 10-point favorites over Detroit and Atlanta. Out for Detroit Pistons here is going to be Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose, and potentially Jahlil Okafor because he didn't practice Sunday here. Overall, though, what's really popping for me for this game, Jeremy Grant came over from Denver over to Detroit. Really like the way he's been playing so far this year. He should be leading this team in usage tonight. Overall, probably not the best offensive player, but he's going to be a good offensive player for this Detroit Pistons team. Had 52 fantasy points, 28 real-life points with a double-double last game against Cleveland. You should expect a similar type of performance, maybe not 52 points, but somewhere in that 35 to 40 range. Honestly, Jeremy Grant is a really good play. Also, Derrick Rose being out, DeLon Wright and Killian Hayes definitely popping. 4,600 here for DeLon Wright. And I want to check his FanDuel price also as well. His FanDuel price is 4,200. I like him more over on DraftKings. There's some better values there, I feel like, on FanDuel at the shooting guard position that we'll talk about a little bit later here. Also, rookie Killian Hayes, one of my favorite plays of the day, $4,200. Even though he shouldn't get the same amount of minutes as DeLon Wright, I feel like DeLon Wright has a safer minute floor. I do like Killian Hayes' price tag, especially over there on FanDuel at $3,800. One of my favorite point guard plays of the slate here. Going down the player pool also as well. Sekou, I'm going to just leave it at Sekou. Sekou here, $3,400. This is Blake Griffin's backup. Played the direct backup minutes in preseason and the regular season so far. So we should see Sekou get a huge bump up in minutes here in this spot. And I don't think the blowout concern affects any of these value Detroit Pistons guys. Really looking for this team for value. Also a sneaky GPP play potentially could be Sevi. He plays a shooting guard position. The only reason why I feel like he's a sneaky GPP play is because he can get it done shooting wise. He went 1 for 6 and 1 for 8 so far. And I don't think that is really reflective of how good of a player he is. I don't think he's a superstar or anything like that, but I think he's a good player for this Pistons team, especially tonight with them being so depleted. They're definitely going to need some scoring options here. And Sevi, if he shoots 6 or 8 3-pointers here, he should definitely hit around 30 to 40% of those shots. So I kind of do like Sevi here. Then we go over to the Atlanta side. Everybody's kind of healthy here for Atlanta, so nothing's really popping for me. I did like Trae Young earlier when I first looked at the slate, but I think there's some better point guard values out there. Stud options, I should say. Better stud options out there than Trae Young. Let's go down the player pool, and yeah, that's really it for Atlanta for me, man. Atlanta's not really a team that I'm really trying to get heavy on today because everybody's healthy here. I think there's better teams and better options here on the slate, but I do like the Detroit Pistons for value. Let's go over to Memphis and the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets are 6-point favorites over the Memphis Grizzlies here. The Nets are 6. Over-under is 232. The Nets are on a second game of a back-to-back here. It would be pretty interesting to see if Kevin Durant is going to play or not tonight. Definitely does affect some of the corollary pieces, but also earlier today we got news that Spencer Dinwiddie, partially torn ACL, might miss the rest of the season, to be honest with you. $5,400. Didn't really pan out too well, man, with everybody being there on the Nets, but should definitely bump up a guy like Karis LeVert here, $6,600. Let me check his FanDuel price real quick. Karis LeVert, $6,300. I like him across both websites, FanDuel and DraftKings here. Let's keep on going through the Brooklyn guys. I love Kyrie Irving here. He's one of my favorite stud options of the day, especially over there on FanDuel where you got to play 2 point guards. $9,000 here for Kyrie Irving. I feel like it's a little bit too cheap. Considering how good he's been playing. $9,400, a little bit more expensive on FanDuel, but I'll definitely pay the price tag for Kyrie Irving today. I love him in this spot against the Memphis Grizzlies. Also, Joe Harris, if KD is out, potentially could get a bump up in usage. But I don't know if I want to go there. I feel like that's a secondary type of play, not a play that I'm going to go overweight on. Overall, that's really what I really like from this Brooklyn Nets team. Let's go over to the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis Grizzlies, pretty interesting team. Jaren Jackson's still out. DeAnthony Melton is still out here. So I like Ja Morant here, $8,300. I feel like he's more of a GPP play if you're trying to stack up this game. I don't know if he's going to make my cash game lineup, but I do like his DraftKings price over here. Also, Joe Val. Love Joe Val here against the Brooklyn Nets. If you actually go over to FanDuel over here, Jonas Valanciunas is way too cheap. I think he's $7,000 flat. Yeah, $7,200. I do like Joe Val in this spot. He's one of my favorite center plays of the day, especially over there on FanDuel. Trying to see who else is popping for me. Oh, yeah, almost forgot. Dylan Brooks, one of the best plays of the day over here on FanDuel. $3,700 on FanDuel compared to his DraftKings price, which is $5,500. Way too cheap over on FanDuel for Dylan Brooks. He's going to be one of my favorite plays of the day there over on FanDuel. Overall, though, that's really what I'm liking from this game. Maybe if you can – I don't really like the price bump up for Kyle Anderson. It was a guy that I was playing earlier on in the season for fringe value. But overall, I don't really like anything else from this game. Let's go over to this Utah OKC game. The Utah Jazz are 8.5-point favorites over OKC. Over under here is 218. Let's go up and look at the Utah Jazz. Over on the Utah Jazz, with everybody healthy, the only person I'm really liking is Rudy Gobert and Bogdan Bogdanovic. $7,400 for Rudy Gobert. Kind of gotten some foul trouble in the first two games of the season, but I do like this matchup here against Al Horford, $7,400. Pretty decent play. And then if you go over here on FanDuel, definitely a reasonable GPP option at $7,700, but like him better over here on DK. But I don't know, man. Centers is kind of a very short pool for me today for DK. Looking deeper into this, though, I do like Bogdanovic now over here on DraftKings. He's viable on DraftKings, but not a guy that I think is a must. But definitely like his value over here on FanDuel better at $4,700. He's just been playing pretty good, but his floor is we haven't really seen a ceiling game from him yet. And I feel like once we do see a ceiling game from him, he's going to get a price bump up eventually. Let's go over to this OKC side. I do like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's one of my I wouldn't say one of my favorite plays of the day, but overall, whenever the Thunder are going to play this year, I'm probably going to like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's going to lead this team in usage, points, basically the MVP for this team overall. Al Horford, man, I wish the dude could fucking score, but definitely rebounding-wise, definitely did a good job, but his usage rating was not what it was like in that first game compared to the preseason. But $6,000, still a good price tag over there for Al Horford. Yeah, that's really it for me on the OKC side of the ball. If you want to play a guy like Darius Bazley, I don't blame you. He's been pretty productive since the bubble, honestly, and he's bringing that over to the preseason and the regular season. Darius Bazley, pretty good small forward, power forward play. I forget what position they have him listed over here on DK. But my favorite game of the day, though, is going to be this Houston-Denver game. This is where a lot of my studs are going to be coming from. James Harden, $11,200. They're Eric Gordon, DeMarcus Cousins, and John Wall all still out with the COVID stuff. So $11,200, I would be smashing some James Harden today. If you don't play James Harden, you're just basically paying the rate. Way too much value on the slate not to be playing James Harden. Also, Christian Wood, too bad he's only center viable over here on DK, but definitely best power forward play over there on FanDuel also as well. $7,200. Way too cheap over here on DraftKings. And then over on FanDuel, he's $8,100, but at the power forward position. So it kind of makes it a little bit different. Power forward's a little bit weaker than usually is for this slate. Also going down, if you want to get into a fringe guy like Daniel House or the Rockets value, I guess, but I kind of like the Detroit value a little bit more than that. But if you're game stacking this, I don't blame you. You could definitely get a little bit freaky with this one with David Nwaba, $3,700. Also, Jashawn Tate, the rookie, $4,100. It's just really hard to identify which one's going to be the best. It's kind of like a spread out, the same exact usage. Pretty shocked by Daniel House, actually, from that game. I thought he was going to play a little bit better than that when I played him. And then let's go to this last game of the day. It's going to be the late night hammer here, Portland and the LA Lakers. Portland, a little bit easier to break down with Zach Collins, Nasir Little, and Carmelo Anthony out. I like Dame Dollar. If you're getting there for GPPs, I kind of like him for over CJ McCollum. Over there on FanDuel, $9,400. Probably going to get more exposure for Damian Lillard. Also going down the player pool with Carmelo Anthony being out and all the Detroit and Rockets value today. I don't think people are going to play a guy like Derrick Jones, $4,000 over here on DK and $3,500 to flat min over there on FanDuel. One of my favorite plays of the day for value. Also, the LA Lakers is definitely a team that you want to monitor throughout the day with AD being questionable and also LeBron being questionable here. Don't really want to touch on too much about the LA Lakers because we're going to figure that one out as the day goes on. The Lakers do a pretty good job of getting the news out there, but if AD did miss, I don't know, man. $7,500 feels like a little bit too expensive here for Montrezl Harrell. I don't know if I'm going to get there regardless, but Kuzma definitely would probably be added to the player pool. Not over here on DK, but over here on FanDuel. His price didn't change at all. So I do like Kyle Kuzma if AD is out. And that should also pop a guy like Marcus Morris too. But let's head over to the chat, see if you guys got any questions and stuff like that before we head on out of here. Yep, that hurts the Nets big time. What up, boys? How you guys doing? How's your guys' weekend? Ready to win some money? Me also as well. Let's plug in a little core here for you guys. Let's put in Christian Wood, James Harden, and Delon Wright. What up, Bloodthirsty? These are my three favorite plays over here on DK. You'll get $5,400 remaining if you play that core. Over here on FanDuel, let's go Killian Hayes, Harden, who do I like for value? Brooks and Christian Wood. That's going to give you $6,500 remaining. So basically, you can play anybody you want. How about some Josh Jackson? I don't know if he's going to be a core piece for me, but I do like Josh Jackson on the slate. But I think he's better DK play than FanDuel play because small forward on FanDuel, I kind of want to keep my core pretty short. There's a couple guys down there that I like that I'm going to punt the position at. Shooting guard and small forward on FanDuel seem like pretty good positions to punt at as your second option. But overall, that's the end of this video. Make sure you follow me over on Twitter at Getting Bills. Good luck on your bets today and also your DFS lineups. Tonight, we got the Bills and Patriots game tonight. That'll probably be on the panel for that one, Monday Night Football. Make sure you head over to mybookie.ag. Use promo code PUPSPORTS for a 50% bonus on your cash deposit. Must be a minimum of $99 and 100% bonus on Bitcoin deposit, minimum of $100. And then if you want to go over to Thrive Fantasy, make sure you use promo code PUBSportsRadio. When you sign up over there, you get an instant deposit match up to $50 on your first deposit of $20 or more. If you got questions and stuff, you know where to follow me over on Twitter at. Good luck. See you. I'm out.